Hi guys, Jared here with Day Traders FX. I hope you guys are having a great day and that you had a wonderful weekend. It's Monday and time to get back to the markets. Quick couple of administrative announcements to make real quick. It's the start of the week and this is a great time to get a 5-day free trial to the trading group, so you can get that done at daytradersfx.com. You can see all the details here. Subscribe for the 5-day free trial and a little quick 2-minute video that just talks about what we do and some of the things we offer. Now also, those of you on the emailing list and those of you that have been watching the video, I'm making some changes. I will only be covering one currency per video now, and some weeks I may just do one currency every day for the whole week, and some weeks I might do a different currency every day, but I'll only be doing one currency. The videos will go from several currencies and nearly 10 minutes long to just one currency and 2 to 3, maybe 4 minutes long at the most. And the rest of the details will be posted in the group for the paying members. But again, you can get a 5-day free trial and find out a little bit more about that at daytradersfx.com. And of course, you can email me. You can follow me on Twitter at daytradersfx as well. If you have any questions or any comments or want to interact in any way, happy to discuss those details with you guys. Okay, you can just see the start of the week. This is a pretty typical Monday. We don't have a lot going on. The Dow and S&P are up just a tiny bit, but they're mostly flat. It's not a lot of movement today, so nothing too much to talk about there. As far as news goes for the rest of today and the rest of the week, we've had we had the headline and the core retail sales numbers for the U.S. today, which both came out worse than expected. So that's taken a little bit of a hit on the U.S. dollar. Remember, good news and bad news definitely has some influence on maybe putting off that tapering from the Fed or extending it out a little bit or making it happen sooner than later. So we have to really keep an eye on that news over the next little while. Coming into tomorrow, you can see we have the CPI for UK, German ZOO, core CPI for the US, manufacturing sales for Canada. So tomorrow should be a pretty good day for news as well. Today, the currency we're going to focus on is the euro dollar. We've seen a nice little move up. This was the Fed news right here saying that they're maybe not quite as gung-ho as we once thought about the tapering and the ending of QE. And so we saw that dollar weakness happen. And it is such a interesting coincidence that it also happened to be going off of the yearly low. Huge bounce off yearly low. Now, those of you that have traded with me know that I'm a huge believer in the technical analysis side of things as well as fundamentals, and I think that they both work very, very well together. Not to mention we're right in the heart of summertime, and summer movements can be very choppy and kind of all over the place, so we have to kind of keep that in mind as well. So here's a couple of things to notice. If we watch this trend line right here, you can see it's kind of been established and tested right here, pulled all the way away from it, and have just gone sideways for a couple of days. We've just tested once again, and now we're kind of making our way back up. Now, one thing I'm looking for is this little descending trend line right here, and the fact that we're above that. Now, as we ran up, we dipped below the 23% fib, pushed back up again, made a run into the 38, and have kind of consolidated around there, and have made a few attempts at the 50. I think we still might get to or around that 50% fib. So what I'm looking to do on this euro dollar, there's no super strong candlestick, pattern type stuff really going on that we can see too much of anywhere here, but we've got this big bullish candle and a lot of long wicks on this daily chart. So I always look for long wicks in any direction. Really long wick, really long wick. These are hammers. Nice little hammer right here as well. So long wicks tell us that there is price rejection off of this low right there. So we want to keep that in mind. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking for opportunities to buy against this low of the week. Now the low of the week is around 129.92, whereas also we have the 200 moving average right here in the low of the week, and we've just barely pushed below the low of Friday. So this is a good support area, and once again a lot of price rejection off of this. We're currently about 70 pips off of that low right now. So let's look for a little bit of a dip. Let's look for this to start pushing back down. We have a couple of long wicks right here as well. If we look at the 1 hour chart, you can see that that there's some long wicks here, and this will probably cause a little bit of a short-term movement back down, and that's what we're going to look to use so that we can get long against these two lows right here. So So again, looking at these little reversal candles right here, let's see if we can get this back down into like the 130.30 area. We're only at 130.65, so if we can get down 30, 35, maybe even 40 pips, let's look to get long with stops below these lows and targeting at least the highs back here, targeting about 130.200 ultimately. Expect some chop, look for earlier profit targets as early as 131.50 and even potentially 131.100, depending on how long you like to stay in the market. So I hate to sound like Mr. Round Numbers, but those are all very good levels: 131.100, 131.50, 132.100. So the goal is get long against 129.90, as close to that as possible. And again, we should have opportunities around 130.30, and let's target that 131.100, 131.50, and 132.100. Best of luck, guys, and I will see those of you in the chat. Thanks, everyone.